Shalom, people of God. You are welcome to Hidden Streams. Today I am talking about the concept of authorities. I have seen an abomination upon the surface of the earth. How other people have become haters of authorities and lovers of those that are not instructing them in righteousness and in truth. We are supposed to come to the understanding that God has placed certain people in our life to exhort us, to teach us, to train us in the path of righteousness and in peace. When we come to the point where we are reacting against this authority by what they bring into our life, what it means is that we are running away from the truth that's supposed to set us free. Anyone who does that, that person will come to that point where either the destiny is being delayed or where he needs to get to, he will not get to that point on time. Because we all need structures in which we will grow. That's what the Bible was saying, that was, parents, train up your child the way they should go, so that when they go, they will not depart from the truth. There's a certain system, there's a certain design for the uniqueness of every person to come to that point where that person will fulfill the agenda of God upon his or her life. And if you are not trained in such, you will never make it. Yes, we have the Holy Spirit, we have the scriptures, but we can't also put those that have gone ahead away, because they also contain certain testimony and certain witness of the truth. That when we come to that circumstance of listening to them and hearing them out, we will not make such mistakes or certain mistakes that they made. So fighting an authority is to the disadvantage of yourself. Disrespecting your parents, disrespecting the elderly won't do you any good. Coming to the point where you think you have matured in certain things because of the education that you had or certain exposure that you have gotten. You think you are wiser than your parents or anyone who has been placed above you to instruct you. You are getting it wrong. In as much as you have been exposed to diverse things, there are things that your parents know or people that are in high authorities know that you have not come to the knowledge of. I am not saying that when they come into your life and when they are instructing you, their instructions are not in righteousness, you still have to follow them. No. That is why you are supposed to grow to a certain point where you will be able to discern who you have to listen to. But then choosing who you have to listen to doesn't mean that you need to disobey them. You need to disrespect them and not honor them. Because the Bible has said, honor all men. But when it came to authorities, he said, let they that teach you, let these authorities be counted of double honor. There's supposed to be that reverence for such people, because they've come into our life to teach us. They've come into our life to open certain dimensions of God that we might not know. It's high time you will come to the understanding why you need to sit down for you to be led. Why you need to sit down for you to be taught. If you read 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 10, the Bible is saying that what? In the last days, people are going to become lovers of themselves, their own desire, haters of authorities, disobedient to their parents. Anyone who does not want to submit to an authority to grow in a certain structure of righteousness wants to live by his or her own desires and choice and will. Mostly if you come to that point where you want to be left alone to do what you want to do, you will crash. Because all wisdom has not been given unto you. There are people who have been learned or who have been taught through experience. And it's high time you will come under the feet of such people to learn from them, so that we can mature in a way that is pleasing to God. Let us not despise authorities. Let us not rebel and disobey them. Even if they do something that might be against you, you're supposed to leave what they've done to God, because you're not the authority over them. God is the authority over some people. That is not your portion. Your portion is to honor them, respect them, so that you can receive any little thing that they have. You can't receive from someone that you don't honor or you don't respect. So the relationship between you and anyone placed above you has to be gotten right. You have to come to the point where you relate with these people in love and in respect. Never come to the point where you will insult an authority. No, don't do that. No matter how the person has dressed, no matter the appearance of the person, once in the spirit that person has been marked as an authority over you, you have no excuse than to respect the person. And if I'm talking about authority, I'm not talking about those that are older than you alone. There are people that will come into your life that in the spirit they have been given a certain rank over you. Those people are also your authorities. They can be your colleagues. They can be people that you might be in the same bracket of age with. But if you can discern the importance of them in your life, and you can honor them as such, your life will be full of peace and beauty. Thank you once again